some people have been asking what happened. You know, in case anybody who actually plays raid with us decides to watch this, like I so did you guys in the raid chat in the game, all of us come from, we've known each other for a long time. We all met in the game that I'm currently playing, and we were we actually naturally just got put together, and it ended up working out. We've been together 5-6 years, PD, something like that. Anyway,
some shit.
Something like that. I mean, we've been together long enough to fucking see Hades and Palmer grow up and then become adults.
And the death of 2 fucking outfits. 3, actually.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Two of them were arguing.
Dear God.
That's also if you don't count all the Shock Trooper variants that we came and gone.
I was counting.
But basically, what's going on is the person that we all joined. His name is his PSN name. I'm not going to say the full name. It's Havoc. It's what we know him as Havoc. What happened is there's been a lot of bad blood between quote unquote my group and his group. Like there's a lot of hate towards each other. There's been a lot of bad blood. So what ended up happening is we just had a lot of drama, a lot of fights happened, and Havoc wants to bring an outfit back. He wants to bring the outfit back that brought us all together. He wants to bring it back. They casted a vote to kick people prior to doing this, and it was myself and Hades, due to the fact that they don't like Hades and I because of past transgressions. They don't like that Hades goes off on a tangent about random stuff when it comes to explaining stuff, even though that stems from, you know, his childhood stuff. They don't like the fact that I talk a lot, you know, but that also is because as a child I was always ignored. I felt like I had to repeat myself, so that's what I do. I can't control it. I have ADHD. It doesn't help that problem. On top of that, they're claiming I'm a snake, I'm a rat, I lie, I break rules, blah, 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 blah. Everything they were going on about was past stuff, okay? Everything they were on about was past stuff. You know, you know, Duke and G-Money don't like me, and Squeakers doesn't like me. I figured those two didn't like me, because G-Money and I never got along because of our competitiveness. Duke hated me because I took outfit from him, and his girlfriend preferred me over him. And Squeaks, I've never liked Squeaks. I made it abundantly clear I don't like Squeaks because he fucking was hacking and cheating through the game. And now, apparently, according to him, don't know how true this is, but he claims he has aimbot now. So if we play PlanetSide with him, he's got fucking aimbot now. And because the devs have been in this game, they're not going to crack down on that yet. Though there is news that the new company does plan to actually revamp the game on console. So, with that being said, we have planned a return to the game to basically bully Havoc and them, because of the 2 reasons. One, what pissed me off was the fact that they all began pretty much attacking everybody in the group. Stated that Alexis didn't really make it in because I helped her. Stated that Sparrow is not good by himself, which, yeah, Sparrow doesn't have individual skill. None of us are good on our own. Some of us are slightly better, but we all work better in a group. Havoc and them do not care. No matter what they say, they don't fucking care about a group skill. They want you to be good. That's all Shock Troopers was. So the fact that they started to fucking shit talk everybody just completely pissed me off. They basically were also flat out punishing all of you guys because you guys just happen to affiliate with me, which was no different than what Beast was doing. And I called it, and you know, they then pulled me out of a party, or into a party, to like basically tell me why they kicked me, why they don't like me, not like I gave a shit. And you know, I let them have it, let them know like it's not right for you guys, for them to punish all of you guys simply because they don't like me. Like that you're pulling a fucking beast at that point. And I did let Havoc know that I don't think the outfit's, I mean, I wish him luck, but I don't think it's going to succeed because of the simple fact that they've already got this level of toxicity in the group. What else? Also, they also had already replaced all of us. Well, Hades and myself. They already got people to, they already basically recruited new people to replace us. Whether that was before we were kicked or after they were kicked, I don't know. All I know is the way it was worded was pretty much before. So they already had plans to get rid of us. So that happened. Now, when I was in the party with them, Havoc and I basically determined that the biggest problem that we have, like, Havoc and some of them don't mind us playing other games together, but on a PlanetSide level skill, the best way I summed it up to them was we're basically like Shock Troopers and Hades Division now, like the group that we were part of. we don't mix. Our groups do not mix. When Hades and I were in party with them, Havoc and I were both picking up that there was starting to be tension in the party chats that they had in their group. I'd jump in, I would try to talk to them, and I would be blatantly ignored. Nobody would talk to me, nobody would do nothing. Havoc would jump into a party with some of us, and there was more tension. It just... Havoc, the way Havoc also worded it, which I think is also partially, which is pretty much accurate, is when we were all part of Hades Division, because we were all part of a singular group, we all tolerated each other. Even though we didn't really like each other, we tolerated each other. But now that we're all basically separate entities, the groups are not really willing to tolerate each other anymore. They don't like Hades, they don't like me. They don't really care for Palmer, they don't really just care for Sparrow because he's shit, and some of them haven't even met you guys yet. They're already dissing them because of the simple fact that they don't know you, but, you know. And from what I can gather, Squeak was basically leading the charge on this, because Squeak's saying, like, he doesn't like us, his opinion is, I don't like you guys, so we're gonna kick you. Which means Havoc might be the leader, but I think everything Squeak says opinion-wise is what Havoc goes off of. So that's what's happening. That's what's going on. And Havoc even tried to get Hades to renounce his loyalty to me, which I stated, it's not really loyalty, it's friendship that they're not going to really give up. It's like, all of you people I have treated as a fucking human being. Not a fucking soldier, not another damn gun, not another statistic. Like Havoc and Beast have done. Treated you guys as a human being, and I've given every one of you guys a voice for stuff. It's the reason I keep getting kicked out of shit. I'm gonna put it out there. I put my friend group first, and I've suffered on a huge scale for it, planet-side wise, and in general. I got kicked out of Hades Division because I tried to better myself in the outfit to better the group I play with. Tried to do it with Havoc, nothing to do with that. Tried it with Tarek after we blatantly told Tarek he's not allowed, he can't be abusing us like this. And we started to draw attention to us, which he didn't want, so then he started to throw shit my way. And then I think when Havoc came into March, I think Tarek used him as pretty much a reason to get rid of us. I think Havoc was a scapegoat, and I was just too stupid to see it. But there's just been a lot going on that I think was leading up to this point. And, you know, I asked Havoc and Akaviri if we would still be playing, because we do play World of Warships together, and they just got Ak into the game, into the fleet. So I did ask if we were still playing that, or is us being separated like this just no more games. It's just on the planet side level. They're not opposed to, like, let's say we for whatever reason jump on TR and we run into them. They're not opposed to us working quote unquote together, but in terms of actually being in chat, being in groups, we have to stay separate. It's just our groups don't work well anymore. There's too much drama, there's too much bad blood. You know, PD hates this person, Havoc hates that person, Squeak hates you. There's too much hate, too much. It won't work anymore. Now, yeah, of course, Havoc and them went a piss poor way of doing it. They could have simply just said, hey, you and Hades, the group doesn't like you. We can't play together on planet side because the groups don't mix anymore, but we're willing to play other games with you. It's just on planet side, it's not going to work. Okay, cool. Instead, they do a kick to vote, do it do it like a really stupid way, and it blows up. So that's basically what happened. And what really irritated me, and I know it pissed off Alexis, is Kashia had to talk to them too, for whatever reason. Havoc kept stating it's not, this isn't my fault, nothing's my fault. They were all saying it's not my fault, it's not their fault, it was all my fault, and Hades, but it was primarily my fault, this is my fault. You know, and continuing to bring up past stuff. They're just hung up on the past and shit. It's stupid. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Is they're not at fault, it's my fault, even though none of the drama happened until something was said by one of them. And I want to point this out. I should have pointed this out first. I was unaware of the conversation going on in that chat because I've had that chat muted because I don't care about their conversation they go on spews about. Havoc blew up my phone until I looked at my phone at 2 in the morning on Discord because he stated that stuff's going down in the chat. So I got woken up to that whole mess.
Bullshit.
Yeah, and according to them, you guys do what I tell you to do, and I'm like, if that was the case, we'd all still be in fucking planet side playing. We'd be bouncing around like I made it apparently clear to them, which is why I put that thing in Discord, that I have never once told you guys who you can and cannot play with. I'm like, if I had, that'd be no better than Beast. I'm like, you guys are free to play with whoever the fuck you want to. I don't care. We all have different friends. It's abundantly clear when it comes to habits within our group that some of us don't like others each other. Some of us we tolerate, some of us we like. You know, it's what it is what it is. But all Havoc could see was, you know, when we separated for March, I don't know if Petey can concur to this or not, but we did fight them for a little bit. We did not really go ahead on with their infantry. We went for their vehicles because we did not have the numbers to do that. Of course, Havoc being Havoc went right into the fucking PlayStation stats, and PlanetSide stats specifically looked up my NC character, the only NC character of our group that actually had anything of value against armor, to look at the kill feed, and he saw 1 kill feed of a March. I'm like, yeah, because I was shooting at fucking vehicles, son, Havoc. But according to him, because he can't find any physical evidence that it didn't happen, he's like, we should do a 5v5 scrim. And I was like, 1, we don't have 5 people to scrim them, and 2, scrimming is not going to show our skill difference. It's just going to show that you know, we can't comprehensively take them on head on like that. But when it comes to blowing shit up and all that, it disorients them. March is a great outfit. Like, they have good people in them, but as a group, they get cocky and arrogant, and we completely stomped them over it because they got too cocky, got on the points, and left their vehicles undefended. What we were going after. But in Havoc's eyes, because he can't find any evidence of it, he don't care. It doesn't happen. You know, apparently I lie, I do this, I manipulate, even though that's pretty much what Havoc does too. I've not really done much of it I've not done any of it with you guys, but the most of the manipulating shit I've done was with Beast, Havoc, and Tarek, honestly, because it's the only way I was really able to climb up in the group with them, because I feel like if I didn't do any kind of that stuff, I wasn't going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I began to stop doing that and settling into actually who I was, like when I went up against Lord Mags because of his chill parties, his chill squads he was doing, I became the bad guy. With Havoc, the way Duke was wanting to lead, I went back to who I actually was, got ousted for that shit. And of course, they're still claiming that Alexis and Sparrow and myself are not part of the group because we never passed our stuff, yet I've been leading, doing their tactics. So, technically, I don't need to pass because I do that shit already. Now that leaves the question, do we continue with the shock trooper tactics that he taught us, or do we try to figure out a way to do that stuff still? Because I don't know about you, PD, but I still prefer blowing shit up versus sitting on a point.
Same. I think, honestly, I was thinking about that. It was gonna depend on how many people we had in the squad. If we had, like, the 6 or fewer, then we can do the shock trooper where we go in, blow shit up, and go. But if we ever...
That's the thing we were doing, though. We were only running with 3 of us. Near the end, me, you, and Alexis, and we were still highly effective at blowing shit up. So I don't think numbers matter. It's just a matter of how do we want to switch these tactics up so that way we kind of are... I'd rather... I don't want to fucking admit having it right, but we're basically a knockoff of shock troopers, because we use their tactics, we just use it our own way.
We need to come up with a tactic that identifies us separate from them.
Yeah,
is
so
what you're trying to say.
The one thing we don't do is we don't do breach and clears.
No.
I mean, we do occasionally when we know there's enemies in there, but when it comes to just an actual fight, we just try to zip through it, which has bitten us in the ass. I've stepped on a landmine. I still remember the day. Oh my god, I still remember the day Codex. We stopped breach and clearing with Hades or fuck Beast, and Codex stepped on 13 fucking landmines in a row.
I kind of missed playing with him, by the way.
Beast or Codex?
Codex. I haven't actually heard from him in a while.
Havoc also didn't believe, by the way, guys, Havoc didn't believe that Tarek only wanted Hades Vision background people. And I told him, like, yeah, I reached out to fucking Codex. And he goes, so he's like, so you reached out to everybody? I'm like, no, I only reached out to the people that I actually had any contact with. Which was LT, Codex at the time, so I had him on PSN. And somebody else I couldn't remember. Codex was already in another outfit. Havoc didn't believe it because I didn't reach out. I'm like, Havoc, I might have been an officer of the fucking group. It doesn't mean I talk to every single fucking person in the damn group.
Right. And at the time, you disappeared off the face of the fucking map, so we had no idea where the hell you even were.
Right. And it's like, there's so much that's going on between the groups that I honestly have to agree with Havoc is, Too much has happened between his group and our group that I don't think we can't get along anymore. We can't mingle.
Well, if I'm to add my sense to it, for me, it's just what Havoc does when he's around. Don't get me wrong, in the beginning, it's awesome, it's cool, I don't really have any hatred towards him, it's just more of I can't tolerate the fact of when he does show up, he starts slowly and surely pushing his agenda on other people. Which
Yeah,
then
like,
starts causing wedges and dramas and minor arguments that eventually turn into what's going on now.
okay, here's 2 examples. I don't know if you guys know the game Helldivers. Well, I know everybody here does, but I'm also saying this because of in case anybody from Raid watches. Basically, they started to play the game well after we were already playing it on PC, and some of us are on console because their PCs can handle it.
So,
Hades.
I'm just a broke bitch.
So I ended up looking in their chat, and Havoc had gone and broken down every single fucking weaponry and how you should ideally load your squad and your kit out. And I'm like, well, that's wrong, because one of the guns that I use is an amazing fucking gun. You just gotta know how to use it. Clearly they didn't, because they preferred not to use that gun. Another game, I don't remember if I don't remember who really about, but I think he did. But Havoc was basically, we were playing WoW. Now Alexis and myself primarily play these slow, heavy hit battleships. Like we play the Germans and I've been playing some of the Americans lately. They are really, really slow. Even maxed out, they don't go much faster than 20 knots. Havoc at the time was playing as a British battle cruiser. It can go like 30 fucking knots. It's a highly quick ship. He got pissed off because he felt like he was taking all the aggro, he was dying, and Alexis and I were nowhere near. And it's like, yeah, because you're in a much faster ship and we can't physically keep up.
Basically, Alexis and Michael play more artillery based, where it's long range. They can take hits if they can, but ideally they want to sit at range and take out targets.
Oh, I'll get some space if I have to, but
right.
I prefer to sit back because the ship I main, it's meant for range. I mean, yeah, it can get in and hit hard, but its traverse speed for its guns are slow. It can't turn very quick, so I can't dodge torpedoes. It's not really meant to be a brawler. It's meant to stay back a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's what I was getting at.
Havoc was calling me a coward and stuff. He's like, him and Hades started going off on a rant about what he did, saying like I'm a coward and stuff. And he's like, there's just me or Michael was like he's always away and back. And Hades was trying in his own way to explain to Havoc that I'm in a slow ship, I can't keep up. But Havoc didn't really see none of that. He always felt, and Havoc didn't understand that, hey, you're a battleship. You have a lot more health than me. You're supposed to take aggro. He goes, no, I'm not. That's not how that works. I'm like, Havoc, you are a battleship. You have like 70,000 health. He wouldn't understand that he's got more health. He's meant to be the aggro because he's got the health to do it. Yeah, a cruiser is quick as them when they can't get hit. So yeah, you could argue that they're meant to take the aggro, but they're squishy. They get hit by a battleship, they're fucking dead. They can get death struck really easily, which is, for those raid people, it's a one shot. You're dead instantly. So like there's things that he does that over time starts to piss off our group because we like to get in and play the game and have fun, and Havoc has the technicality, make it all technical.
He's basically one of those filthy meta players. Everything's got to have a meta, everything's got to work specifically and to a T. When sometimes, people like me, I can do that, but I prefer to have fun.
Damn it. We don't talk about it. My ass fin clipped the fucking branch that I thought was translucent and clearly was not. It just fucking flipped me.
Nope.
But yeah, Akaviri has gone ahead and he's going to main battleships as well. Now, I learned that they did change the AI to 5 people. I don't know if that's because of the event right now, but we'll find out when the event ends. But I told Havoc we could use that to train for 5v for the actual fleet battles. However, I made it clear to him, it's like, look, we're all going to play different ships. We're not going to play ships that work together, because his ideal ship was like, yeah, we should play 2 cruisers and my quick, really fast fucking battleships so that way you can keep up. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're going to play ships that we know how to play with and we know that we're comfortable with. We're not going to play a ship that you want first to work with. That's just setting us up for fail, so we won't know how to fucking play with that ship. Yeah, I'm like on 7 different fucking countries, but that's besides the fucking point.
Same.
All of them are of different rankings.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I gotta mute. This is coming.
Yeah, so that's just the gist of what's going on for the most part. Like I said, mainly for me, it's it's more of just it's one individual that likes to basically suck in my opinion, he likes to suck the fun out of any game that we have ever played. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it's fun doing that. You find fun playing like very specific things that, you know, are considered meta. By all means, do it. Just don't try to manipulate, persuade, and or force people to play stuff that will cater more to you in order to please you. That's just kind of my problem with him. And to top it off, a lot of the things of like him going around manipulating, you know, just he likes to basically go around and he'll pull people into parties and that, and will one-on-one try to, you know, bring up issues and have these private conversations just for him to turn around and use it against people later, causing wedges and shit.
Yeah, like he says I was manipulative and stuff, and it's like, no.
No.
And he'll, like, PD's got a bad memory, so, like, he'll bring up shit that PD said a while ago. Like, he says I talk shit about people behind their back. I'm like, well, yeah, my friends and I, we shit talk each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But for Havoc, when they shit talk because they are blatantly dissing people behind their back. Case in point, when they were doing that about WoW, and Alexis was still in the fucking group, and I jumped in to bitch Hades out about it, and then Havoc found out. He goes, oh, I don't care. Yet a fight ensued about it.
Or like with me, you know, sometimes I go on rants, I do say shit, but I only say things that I've already told people. That's it. Like, when I called, you know, Michael here, or Landros a fucking idiot.
We're dummy smart.
Yeah, we call each other this all the goddamn time. Like,
if you raid people and we're around, and if PD still had some of the old videos, some of the shit that we got away with in this game alone, it is insane. We got away with so much stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
We also died stupidly in stupid, amazing, hilarious ways, like beat to death by Maxus, but we're dummy smart. We're not fucking smart. We just happen to, we're dummy smart. That's why I love this group of friends I have, because we're all stupid. But when you put us together, we're fucking highly intelligent and a really, really deadly killing machine in games.
Somehow we make bad tactics work.
Yeah, you tank, what about it? We're gonna run at it. Huh? We're gonna run straight at it, but it's gonna shoot us. Nah, we'll be fine. And we managed to
get to the one of us
tank.
will die.
Yeah, it's like, ah, one of us. It's like, yeah, but one of us is bound to get to them. We all have C4, so all we need is one of us to get to the tank. He can't shoot all of us. And by God, we killed that fucking tank because somebody made it.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's just, for me, it's specifically just one individual. Not hatred, more of just intolerance anymore.
And, you know...
And then he's turning around doing this, disrespecting my friends and all that. Now I'm hopping in this shit to fucking win it.
Like, another thing that he was doing as well is, you know, he was stating that I was kissing, like, he assumed I kissed ass to get into March because, you know, I was obviously telling Havoc, you know, like, you know, cause, you know, they were saying, like, you know, when shit goes bad, I tend to dip. And it's like, you know, cause he's like, yeah, with Hades, with Beast and shit was going wrong, you decided to dip to join me. And I'm like, we were joining you because the shit Beast was doing was not right to the group. He was grouping us all together with me because I was threatening his leadership and shit, which Havoc had at the point, at his own point, had agreed with. And he was saying that that's when I dipped. You know, it was the same with, that's why I came to him, because I was his only option. And I was like, no, you weren't. I just chose to go to you because, one, I was trying to get into your group from the beginning, and two, I just preferred your style of leadership. And I told him I still do. I told him the only reason I stayed with fucking Beast was because I was an officer and I was a damn good squad leader. I was one of the, if not the best squad leader at that time.
And that's why he fucked Wetton.
I opted to stay with the fucking group that I had more pull in because I was just there longer. There was no guarantee with Havoc, because at the time Havoc ran tests to get you in. I had not passed it yet, and I was aware of this. You know, and it's just he says, and then, you know, obviously I was telling him, it's like, you know, I was telling him, like, look, you're an amazing captain. You know, I appreciate how much you have taught us. It's made us so better. You know, it's really helped me in a lot of my games. But to him and Squeakers, that was me kissing ass, and I was like, no, I'm just stating a factual thing that has helped me in every game. Havoc taught me a lot, and I respect him for that. And I told him flat out, I'm like, Havoc is never not going to be my captain. No matter what he does, no matter what happens, I'm like, Havoc is always going to be my captain. Yeah, I now have the title because I was voted it, but I'm never going to not see him as my captain. Every time we played a game together, I always instinctively default to him because why? The tactics we use, like we said earlier, Havoc taught us. So he knows them way fucking better. We've just cut some stuff out, and in his eyes, that's rule breaking. Sure, for you, but we're not your group. We're our group.
Right.
Which is one thing that I didn't say when they were saying that I break rules, and I'm like, what rules? You're just stating that I broke rules way back when, yet the rules you're stating that I broke don't apply anymore because I'm not your fucking group anymore. Never have been. It's... And, you know, to them that's me kissing ass and all that, but it's just like, when they start dissing everybody for no fucking reason, it's like, okay, Sparrow never met you fuckheads, nor did he have a chance. And, like, Palmer's Palmer. Nobody likes Palmer. He's just fun when we fucking smack him in another game because he screams like a little bitch.
I don't really have an issue with Palmer, he's just Palmer.
Well, I did tell Havoc, the one problem I'm having with fucking Palmer is that you don't listen anymore.
Yeah.
It's why Palmer's not on the table to be part of the 5-man fleet group, because he just goes head first in it and he kills what he can and then fucking he torpedoes into somebody as his own boat. But it's like there's so much has happened that our groups don't work anymore. This video was supposed to be quick and short, but typical PD and I we broke off again.
We just go on and on and on.
I'm gonna end it here. If you guys have any other fucking questions or shit, you know, obviously let me know. Reach out on Discord or whatever. But as of right now, we're gonna try to get back into PlanetSide, shake off the rust slowly, and kind of go from there. Now, if PlanetSide gets an actual legitimate revamp, I do plan to try to get more invested into it in terms of maybe potentially putting money into the game to actually outfit my NC character a little bit. But that also depends on where I'm at financially and the kids and all that. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, that's what's going on. Short, sweet. Havoc's group and our group don't mix anymore. They went a shit way of doing it and used a bunch of bullshit reasons to justify that they weren't fucking in the wrong and it wasn't their fault. That's what's happening.
Right.
Like and subscribe. Check out PD's channel.